Okay. Look at that. My alarm just went off saying I can begin now. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kent Hudson, and I have the great pleasure of serving as the Executive Director of the Community Foundation of PEI. And I am also delighted to be the MC for this special evening. You may or may not feel the same way by the end of the evening. I do hope that everyone has had a chance to enjoy some of the delicious appetizers, perhaps a drink of your choice, some great conversation during the reception. We're also treated to some wonderful entertainment by Adam McGregor. Thank you, Adam. We will hear more from you later. A special thank you goes out to our friends at Provincial Credit Union for generously sponsoring the reception portion of our evening. Your support helps make nights like this possible. As your first course has already been pre-served, please don't wait, please enjoy. But while savoring those first bites, we'll be sharing a few welcome remarks and housekeeping details. So if you could keep the clinking and chatting to a gentle simmer, we'd be ever so grateful. Think of it as dinner theater, but just with fewer jazz hands. All right? Everybody paint the picture there? Okay, good. Tonight, we are honored to be joined by several distinguished guests. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the following, and please hold your applause till the end. This is quite a list. His Honor Wasim Salamun, Lieutenant Governor of PEI, and Her Honor Marie Solomon Dunn. The Honorable Mary Robinson, Senator. The Honorable Jill Burridge, Minister of Finance. I forgot her last year. Got it early on. The Honorable Mark McLean, Minister of Health and Wellness. The Honorable Barb Ramsey, Minister of Social Development and Seniors. The Honorable Zach Bell is going to be joining us, so can somebody tell him I did recognize him. Minister of Fisheries, Tourism, Sport, and Culture, just on the record. Susie Dillon, Government House Leader. The Honorable Frank Lewis, former Lieutenant Governor, and Mrs. Dorothy Lewis. The Honorable Catherine Colbeck, former Senator and former Premier of PEI. The Honorable Diane Griffin, former Senator and CFPEI Board Member and Secretary. And she probably sold everybody a ticket for something here. The Honorable Wayne Easter, former Member of Parliament. Wade McLaughlin, former Premier of Prince Edward Island. And Charlottetown City Councillors John McAleer, Kevin Ramsey, Justin Mattart. We are truly thrilled to have each of you here with us tonight. Thank you. I want to say a special thank you to three organizations first and foremost. Provincial Credit Union, co-presenting sponsor for tonight's gala, also the reception sponsor, as I mentioned, and now an official sponsor of CFPEI. We also have PEI Mutual with us tonight, co-presenting sponsor for the gala, and also now an official sponsor of PEI. And our great friends at the province of PEI, presenting sponsor of our gala. Thank you so much. I also want to say a special thank you to Bernie Wood, Real Media Photography. You will see her hovering around, taking photos. Smile if you wish. She's probably going to try to make you smile. But thanks so much, Bernie, for being with us tonight and taking care of our photography needs. I would now like to call on CFPEI President Alfred Arsenault to bring greetings on behalf of the Foundation.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? I hope so. Thank you for joining us tonight for this very special occasion. On behalf of the Board of Directors, it is my pleasure to welcome you to our 15th annual gala. Your presence here is a powerful show of support, and we are truly grateful. The Community Foundation of PEI has come a long way. Today, we proudly manage over 120 endowment funds, which have grown steadily over the years and now represent a remarkable $18 million in value. Beyond our endowments, We also host 16 funds for other organizations and administer more than 175 flow-through funds, each one helping to make a meaningful impact in our communities. In 2024, thanks to the incredible generosity of our donors, many of whom are here with us this evening, we were able to distribute over $2 million in scholarships and community grants. That was our highest total ever, and we're thrilled to share that 2025 is already shaping up to be even more impactful, with nearly $3.5 million in grant and scholarships awarded so far. Now I'd like to take a moment to recognize our board of directors. As many of you know, volunteer leadership often requires countless hours outside of already busy schedules. Their dedication is invaluable. As I read your names, please stand and give a wave, and please hold your applause until the end. Jeff McKenzie, past president. Diane Griffin, secretary. And directors Laura Lee Lewis, Andrew Robinson, Bruce Howitt, Jill Ellis, Maxine Rennie, Paul McNeil. You can get up, Paul. And Matthew McKenna. I would also like to recognize two board members who were unable to attend this evening. Dennis Carver, treasurer, and Charlotte Jenkins, vice chair. Thank you. And of course, none of this would be possible without our team in the office. They are a dedicated and dynamic team, and I'm sure you've seen them in action already tonight, working tirelessly behind the scene to make this event a success. We have Emma Bourgeois, Finance, Marketing, and Granting Manager, way in the back. Megan Simpson, Finance Officer, in the back also. Tanya Wilson, Office Coordinator. And Stacy Myers, Finance Support Officer. And I did miss one, and that's Ken Hudson, Executive Director. On behalf of the foundation, thank you again for being here and for your continued support. We hope you enjoy this evening and leave inspired by the impact we're making together. Thank you very much.
I'd now like to call on Honorable Barb Ramsey, Minister of Social Development and Seniors, to bring greetings on behalf of the province of PEI.
Thank you, Kent, and good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to join you here tonight on behalf of Premier Rob Lance, who sends his regrets, and the province of Prince Edward Island. I bring warm greetings from our government and heartfelt thanks for the opportunity to be part of this special evening. I would like to thank Kent for doing such a great job introducing all the honored guests here this evening. Seeing so many elected officials and colleagues in the audience tonight speaks volumes about the importance of this organization to the island, and to so many local charities. So honored guests and ladies and gentlemen, welcome here this evening. The Community Foundation of PEI continues to be a cornerstone of generosity and community building across our province. Through its support of local charities, scholarships, and grassroots initiatives, the foundation helps ensure that every corner of PEI benefits from the power of giving. Whether it is supporting youth, seniors, education, or the arts, the foundation is there, helping to connect resources with real needs. To all the donors, volunteers, and organizers here tonight, thank you. Your dedication is shaping a stronger, more compassionate PEI, and this government is proud to stand alongside you in that mission. Here you are. My Department of Social Development and Seniors works with dozens of community organizations that deliver crucial services to vulnerable islanders. In 2025-26, over $20 million in funding will be distributed to support these organizations, many of whom receive support from the Community Foundation. So thank you. Working together, I believe we can and do have a profound positive effect on the lives of our most vulnerable citizens. And I thank the Foundation for the tremendous work it continues to do to improve the lives of islanders. So thank you and enjoy this evening. Thank you.
So as usual, I may have missed someone. If Mayor Brown is still here, could someone let him know that I at least, it's actually more special when I announce afterwards. Mayor Brown, if you are here, my apologies, and thank you for joining us as well. It is now time to announce this year's recipient of the Doug Dennis Outstanding Public Service Award. This special award is intended to provide recognition of an individual or group that works for the provincial government that has made an outstanding contribution to the residents and government of PEI. The employee or group would have demonstrated the public service values of respect, integrity, excellence, and accountability. The individual or team should also have helped lift the people around them to make the organization a better place and improve the overall life of Islanders. We are thrilled to announce this year's recipient, the Rural and Regional Development Team within the Department of Fisheries, Tourism, Sport, and Culture. I would like to call on Honorable Zach Bell. See, I knew he was coming. Minister of Fisheries, Tourism, Sport, and Culture, to tell us a little bit about this wonderful team.
Thank you very much, Kent. And if you want to be done by 9:30, I'll cut a few pages out of my speech here. But first and foremost, I just want to say a big thank you, Kent, to you, your team, the board of directors. I'm putting on such an amazing evening here. It's great to be part of this. And I do want to give a special recognition to the team there, right down front, Giselle, Chris, Amy, Kelly, Michelle, Sherilyn, and Connie. I know Amy's got a big, long speech prepared. I'm joking, but I do want to say a few things because it is a true honor to see the Rural and Regional Development Team recognized for this year's award, the Doug Dennis Outstanding Public Service Award. What makes this team so special is the way that they work hand in hand with Islanders, no matter where they live or the size of the need. From one end of the province to the other, they have been there to support communities, strengthen local organizations, and help bring important projects to life. They inspire collaboration, they strengthen partnerships so that our rural communities can reach further, achieve more, make lasting improvements that benefit Islanders for years to come. Community development is not easy. It does take time, persistence, and a genuine commitment to people. Our team shows that kind of dedication every single day, often without fanfare, but always with an impact. So I'm so proud of the work that Amy, your team does day in, day out. They continue to make PEI the best place to live, to work, and to play. So again, I want to say thank you to the team, and thank you very much for this honor, Kent.
So I will now call on team members who have been able to join us this evening to come on stage. First of all, Amy Swallow McDonald, Director, and Community Development Officers Kelly Mulligan, Giselle Bernard, and Chris Blaisdell. As they're joining, I do want to recognize the team members who were not able to join us this evening, and that includes Kyla DeRue, Vanessa Traynor, Ellen Rennie, Sonia Dixon, Lisa Macaulay O'Keefe, Sandra McIntyre, Mary Henderson, and Jane Young. Round of applause, please. Yeah, you do that. So we're going to do a photo here now of this wonderful team. Tallest is on the end.
You squeeze in
No,
here.
no, you're all right. Had to get the short joke in. I'm now going to invite Amy Swallow McDonald to say a few words on behalf of the team. And the team can depart or stay. You're good to go.
I'll be quick. I just wanted to thank the family of Doug Dennis for the creation of this award. It's really nice to have the opportunity to recognize some of the amazing people and the work being done through the public service. It was so nice just to be thought of for the award, so thank you, Michelle. We have an amazing team in rural development, and I want to thank them all for their hard work and always going well above and beyond as a team and for their communities. We're very lucky. We love what we do, and we get to work with amazing volunteers to help grow and improve our rural communities. There's no better job. Thank you very much.
So this is probably not going to surprise you. Some of the key to that award that this wonderful team just received, there is a charitable component to it. And so in addition to that award, this comes with a contribution of $1,000 to the charity of choice for that team. And that team has selected the International Children's Memorial Place for the donation, and we will proudly deliver those funds shortly. The main attraction. This is, I think, why many of us are here tonight. And without any further delay, I am going to call on past president of CFPEI, Jeff McKenzie, to introduce what is going to happen here over the next 20 to 25 minutes.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Don't know if anybody else has a bit of a sugar rush after that dessert. Woo! Tonight, we're incredibly proud to celebrate the newest inductees into our Community Foundation of PEI Wall of Honour, a space dedicated to recognizing individuals whose contributions have made a lasting impact on our island communities. When we first launched the Wall of Honour, our focus was initially internal, honoring three remarkable individuals, the late John Robinson, the late Tom Davies, and Dr. Don Glendenning, each of whom embodied our values and helped shape our mission, making CFPEI what it is today. But as we've grown, so has our understanding of what it means to build community. We realized it was time to expand this recognition beyond our walls to acknowledge those whose work uplifts, connects, and strengthens the very fabric of our neighborhoods. This year, we are very proud to induct not just one individual, but a remarkable duo, Regis and Joan Duffy, whose partnership in life has been matched by their collaboration and achievement. Their induction celebrates not only their individual contributions, but the power of shared vision, mutual respect, and teamwork. So now my distinct pleasure to hand things over to Louise Martin of CBC Compass, who will engage a special conversation with Regis and Joan about their journey and the incredible impact they've had on this place we call home. So over to you, Louise.
That's not the introduction. Well, hi, everyone. Is my mic on here? Not yet. Check 1, check 2. Can you hear me? Perfect. How's everyone doing? Lovely meal. Let's give some applause to the wonderful meal for everyone tonight. So when Kent asked me to do this, he said, this is going to be so easy because you have two of the kindest, most generous Islanders to interview. It's the most difficult interview I've ever done because two of the kindest, most generous Islanders I've ever met don't want to speak about how kind and generous they are. So I've got my work cut out for me tonight, let me tell you, but I know you both want to say a quick thank you before we get going.
Good evening. Joan and I would like to thank the Board of Directors for awarding this honor to us, and we appreciate that, and also we're very aware of the good works that the community is doing on PEI. Thank you.
So something that I know ignites your passion to talk about first and foremost is how you got started on this path to success. Cole's Notes version, Reg, all right? I know it says it's hard for him.
Is my voice all right?
You sound wonderful.
It all started back in my years at St. Dunstan's at Quebec, and I hired 3 or 4 students to work with me in the lab. Hired is probably not a good word because we didn't have very much money. And so we wound up making a couple of kilos of a compound. And, you know, it was rather hard to do. We weren't very experienced in this kind of business. We were very smart, but after the summer was all over, we weren't quite so sure. But anyway, we sold a couple of kilos for about $4,000 or $5,000, so that provided funds for the summer students. And we wondered, you know, what is this compound all about? What's this chap doing with it anyway? And we found out that it was used in a test for heart disease by the medical profession. And all of a sudden, you know, we thought to ourselves, well, look, we should be in the chemical manufacturing business. And so we opened a lab downtown and close to Holland College, and I hired a couple of postdocs, and we went at it. But after, you know, 2 or 3 years of this, you know, this is pretty tough business, this chemical manufacturing. First of all, we didn't have very good equipment. And but anyway, there was another thing happening. There was a kind of a revolution in, you know, in medical diagnostics around the 1970 era. And what was happening is that in the hospital labs of those days, you know, people would do 1 test at a time, 1 test tube at a time, and a good technician probably would do 20 tests a day. So it occurred to us that, you know, we should be taking some of the chemicals we're making, and probably, you know, we could make these reagents for the hospital labs. So actually what was happening about that time is that a few smart people came up with machines that would do 200 or 300 tests an hour. And later on, they would do 500 tests an hour, and later on, they would, the machines would do 20 tests with one patient's serum. So all of a sudden, the people in the labs at the hospitals, they couldn't keep up to this demand for tests because they were making their own components before, and now the whole scenario had changed. So the hospitals had to go to outside people that would put these tests together. So anyway, we got into that business, and we kind of had set one division up that for the company, and because you could take, say, $2 worth of chemicals and put them into a test, and in a little kit, and there'd be enough reagents in here for the hospitals, you know, for one test. And normally they would have heart tests and liver and the various organs. There'd be a test for each one of them. So this happened, and this thing expanded, and all of a sudden there was millions of tests being done over the next number of years. So this is the business. This is how the business started.
Come on, lighting crew. Don't go to sleep, guys, okay?
Well, so anyway, that's how it started, and so we started.
You saw that need. You. That's where you jumped in, right?
We kind of fell into an emerging business kind of thing.
And that really started everything going. And Joan, you've been along for all of this. And I love what Joan said. I said, behind every good man. She said, no, beside every good man. Yeah. So we're honoring your tremendous, your gift of giving and supporting the broader community. And Joan, you and I'm going to get you to say something here. Because you and I, we sat in your living room, we talked about, I said, when did you decide that you wanted to give back? And you said, it wasn't a decision. This is what we're made of. So tell us about that a little bit.
Well, I always think that there's a quotation that says, to whom much is given, much must be returned. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
So it was very easy when we did have something to share, we were happy to share with. I don't know, just
When you were able to share, right? And I think, Regis, you know, you talked about you give back to so many different organizations and you give back to the broader community, but you have always had that in your spirit with your employees as well. The sharing aspect of it.
Oh, absolutely. But, you know, I think our greatest thing is that we got a really good management team together. And we got a number of wonderful employees, and we tried to treat them well. But, I mean, I give credit to the management team because, you know, a lot of the times they thought I was dreaming and they had to do all the work. So that wasn't quite the model they liked. But anyway, that was it for the moment.
That was it. So how did you decide where and how you wanted to give back? Because you support so many different areas. How did you make those decisions?
Well, the first time we had any money, for starters.
They had to wait to sell.
And the thing is, you know, we all have a challenge to think of how we're going to share our, you know, gifts to the community, and there's all kinds of ways of doing it. And of course, a lot of our funds from the foundation we set up, you know, they go to the educational institutions, the hospitals, and Upper Room, and you know, Confederation Center, and you know, there's lots of people out there that need it and are doing excellent work.
So you look around this room, and everyone here is here to celebrate you and your generosity. So Joan, how does that make you feel?
it makes us feel very proud to be able to do that. And there is so much need that we're really happy to do that. I mean, I don't,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it fills your bucket to give back, right?
yes.
Yes, it's wonderful to be able to do it. It's wonderful to be able to share it because, you know, if we all do a little sharing, we have a better community, and that's what it's all about.
But we were talking again in your living room. We were pretending that we're here in their living room because that's where you're most comfortable. And how you decided or why it's so important to be able to help the community as a whole, because nobody stands alone. Nobody becomes successful alone.
No, that's very true. But you know, if you take a look at the students, for example, today at Holland College, University of PEI, and the students from PEI that go to other, you know, the cost is pretty reasonable kind of thing. But I mean, you still have to encourage people. Education is the key that locks the golden door, really.
And you both had educators as parents. Tell me a bit more about that.
Go ahead, Joan.
Yeah, Joan, come on.
To talk here. Well, when Regis and I first met was a year later maybe, we introduced our mothers to each other, and my mother looked at his mother and said, you look familiar. Do I know you from somewhere? And she said, well, yes, you look familiar too. So it turned out that both our mothers had been at Prince of Wales at the same time, in a different year, but they did know each other. They had the same friends, they knew the same people, and so that was that. And when we first started the company, and we didn't have very much, we had no money, of course, to buy materials. Anyway, we had, do you remember these big filters or something we had, Regis?
Yeah.
And
Filters, yeah.
yeah, these big filters. And we needed a liner for the filters. And we had to buy a sheet of material of some kind. And so we needed people to come and cut them out and set them and fit them in. So our mothers were the ones that helped us do that in our kitchen, you know.
So truly a family, truly a family business.
It was a family, yeah.
I love that you mentioned in your kitchen, because you're still making concoctions in your kitchen,
We
right?
are, yeah, we are.
It's like a lab in the Duffy home. So I guess, given the education background with both your moms, it was easy to see that that is where you wanted to give back, because as you said, education's really the foundation.
And there's other, you know, there's a lot of art around the city and a lot of music, and it's a wonderful, it's a very live community in the summertime when you take a look at the art, the theaters and the music, and so that's what my daughter keeps telling me anyway. There's a lot of places to go.
When you look back to those humble beginnings and your mom's helping out, did you ever imagine that you'd be in this position today?
Not really. Ron Keefe tells me I'm a potato farmer from Kincora. And I never quite got over it, actually. No, but the thing is, we've had a lot of opportunities. We've had a lot of education. We have a lot of other, people have helped us out along the way. And that's the good news. And, that's a gift to us from other people.
So you're giving back. You're giving back what you received.
Pretty well,
It's like
yeah.
a full circle.
That's it, yeah.
And being in a community like Prince Edward Island, being from here, growing up here, being a farmer here, being an educator, how special is it to share your success with the island?
Well, I think that, we took a look at, I was always interested in trying to create jobs here, and we started with jobs for students kind of thing. And, when you carry a lot of 75-pound potato bags around 7 or 8 times before they're loaded into a railway car, it really expands your mind. So anyway, I thought, look, there must be we must be able to create some other things on PEI that would employ people here, and so that's really what the management team and what we did at BioVectra and the Diagnostic Chemicals, which was the original name of the company.
And Joan, you've talked about how special those employees are in those relationships.
Not really there.
We always said it was yes, they were wonderful. And I think this evening, I think at tables number 9 and 10, if you look around, those are the people, some of the people that work for us. And they helped us. They were a big part of our family. And they are a very important part of our story, too. So, yeah.
And do love it.
Yeah, lovely.
What would your message to younger generations be about sharing in their success and giving back to the communities that help support them?
Well, the thing is, you know, you have to be kind of open and experiment a little bit, and you know, find a good mentor. Find somebody that's in an area where you like to work. And the thing is, I think I had very good mentors in my career. So I mean, that's one trick. Move around, get some advice, to talk to people, and talk to people that are in different industries, and see if you can find out. The trick is to find out something you like, something that you're interested in, and something that you feel comfortable with.
Joan, you don't like talking about, as I mentioned in the beginning, you don't like talking, period, right now, but about your generosity. Why is that? Why are you shy to take a little bit of the spotlight? Both of you, I'll ask you both this question. Joan, you first, though.
Why am I shy?
Why are you shy to celebrate in your generosity? You don't like to brag.
No, but I do like to share, and I do like to help people, and that's why I think that's, I don't know what the
I told Joan to suck it up. She's going to have to accept some kudos tonight. What about you?
Well,
What is, you're very humble. You're described as humble by many people, but also extremely generous, extremely kind, but yet it's hard for you to talk about that.
Well, some people, I'm humble, but I mean, I haven't got much to talk about, so.
Oh, sure. Give me a break.
Well, the thing, well, not really, to be truthful. I mean, you know, we've been in the spotlight plenty. I mean, you know, it's good to share, you know, your thoughts and your aspirations with other people, and I think, you know, that's what we all have to do. We have you know, another generation coming up. They're going to be looking for jobs. They're going to be looking for advice. They're going to be looking for all kinds of things. So these are the things we have to share with them.
And it's more than giving of money. It's giving of your time, of your spirit, right? It's not. There's so much more to giving.
Yes, absolutely.
So what does it mean for you to be recognized tonight in front of your peers, in front of all these people, and a very special honor for the Community Foundation?
Well, we hope they'll remember this.
Well, they can't forget you now. But does it make you feel like a sort of a full circle moment of being thanked for all that you've done?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's part of the sharing. You know, the thing is, you're on the shoulders of other people getting here. So that's the message for everybody.
And what's your message, Joan?
Well, it's we're very thankful. We're very grateful for the recognition and thank you. So we want to thank everybody.
Thank you on behalf of the Duffys. Needless to say, you're taking a big sigh of relief because we're done. But on behalf of myself, it was such a pleasure getting to know you. You are what everybody describes, kind, generous, And I have had a real honor to be able to spend some time with both of you and to be here with you tonight. So thank you so much. And thanks for putting up with my questions.
Oh,
Thank you,
thank you, Louise.
Thank you.
My cane there, Dylan.
All right, now you can't leave yet.
Okay.
I'm standing up for it. Stay here for a minute.
Okay.
There's Mo.
There's Mo.
Thank you, Louise.
Okay, thanks, Louise.
You can't leave yet. She said that you
you
could
have to
leave,
sit
but
down
you
again.
can't leave yet,
Okay.
Regis.
Okay.
I
One,
didn't say they could leave. I
One-
just said they don't have to
that's
talk
true.
to me anymore.
just a couple of things. I do want to call on our CFPEI president, Alfred Arsenault, to come back up on stage and present a Wall of Honor keeper plaque to Joan and Regis to put in their wonderful house so that they have it.
Another one.
Right there. And give me a little plaque.
We can stare at it next time I'm over.
Yes.
We'll drink Pinot
So-
next time.
Alfred will make the presentation if you guys do want to stand up, and we'll get a couple of photos.
You want to stand up again?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Get this
Okay.
cane. Give me that cane.
Here, okay.
I'll put that away.
Oh, thank you.
That was great.
Oh, great.
Enjoy that.
Okay.
That was good.
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
Stay there for 1 second. So what you see is a reasonable facsimile of what is in our office on the screen right now, which is our Wall of Honor. And again, it was really important to us to have started this back in 2023 with 3 unbelievable builders of the foundation. And it was just the right option to extend that out to just what we heard tonight in terms of the giving and how important community is, and that is what these 2 are for us. And so it was probably the easiest decision we ever made to actually honor them here tonight. So this is what will go on the wall, as you will see. So we will be installing this in the next couple of days, and we will have it proudly on our wall so that anybody that does come in, we have it there. Before we depart, actually before I finish with a few thank yous, please give one more round of applause to these fine. Final thank yous. First and foremost, Regis, Joan, Louise, thank you so much for spending the evening with us, and thank you for being 2 of the finest Islanders that we'll ever have.
Yes. Agreed.
Thank you to our incredibly important sponsors, Provincial Credit Union, PEI Mutual Insurance Company, and the province of PEI. Please. Adam McGregor, thank you. The Delta staff, the meal, the service, please. CFPEI board members. Honestly, the board members that we have, thank you. You do so much for us, and it's really important for me because I have the microphone, and it's really important to us that we get to do this every day in the office, but we can't do it without a really strong board, and that's what we have right now. So thank you, and again, we get to stand on the shoulders of great people that built what we have so far. We just hope we don't screw it up. To our team in the office, Emma, Megan, Stacy, Tanya, it's pretty cool to work with you guys. So thank you very much. We couldn't do these kinds of things without a team of people. So thank you. And of course, all of you that are in the room here tonight with us. We have new faces here tonight. We have, I was going to say old faces, so I'm not. We have new faces here tonight. We have returning faces here tonight. Go tell people about us. We're a really cool organization, and I mean that in all honesty. And I look at the Robinson family because what John Robinson did for this organization, and I might cry yet, what John Robinson did for me in this organization and led me down this path. Told this story before. I was supposed to be here for 20 hours a week. And here I am, just a little bit more now per week. This is a really cool organization. And if you want to know more, please do reach out. There's not much we don't do as it relates to helping people do the types of things that Regis and Joan do. And we love it every day, and we can't wait to do more of it. And that's it for tonight. Thank you very much. Those of you that have not paid for your silent auction or secret auction, please do so. Drive safely, take care, and we can't wait to see you again.